Mabuhay pageant fans! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hey Adam G, how are you all doing? Well, it's day 2 of the 71st Miss Universe edition in New Orleans, USA right now. And as we speak, the girls have been busy doing registration, fittings, and numerous shoots for the sponsors on top of going out for some sightseeing at the same time. And so I really can't help but still talk about our very own Celeste Cortesi, who has been wowing us with all her OOTDs so far since arriving there in New Orleans. Grabe guys, kahit sino talaga itabi mo sa candidate natin, litaw na litaw pa rin talaga yung kagandahan niya. Dito pa lang talaga guys, ang laki na talaga ng hinihingan ng loob natin right now. That when it comes to face value, maaasahan talaga natin si Celeste to deliver in this aspect with or without makeup. And for her OOTD, on the second day, nakita nyo, she wore a silver cropped Harrington jacket with a matching wide leg trousers. She let the suit talaga, for me, in my opinion, do all the talking here and kept the rest of her look very simple, from her nude bodysuit down to her low pony. I feel she just came from a photo shoot here, which explains her very thick eyeliner. But if we look at her whole outfit, it's all about balance. You can see how this outfit is so simple with her jacket and trousers here as she lets her face do the talking again. So, she delivered once again. And apart from Celeste, there is another candidate whom I feel is also standing out in her own merit, and she is another Filipina, Miss USA Arbony Nola. I did not include her in my thoughts on her arrival outfit last night as she came in at the time I already finished filming my previous content. So let's talk about her now. And sa totoo lang guys, I was really floored at the arrival outfit that she wore. It's a white jumpsuit with lots of crisscross and cutouts for its design, and I just don't know what to make of it, sa totoo lang. And for me, but regardless, it just looks so fun for her to wear it. And although a lot of people think it's a bit over the top, I really feel the reason for this arrival outfit is to make everyone know that she is arriving in NOLA with a big bang, complete with a jazz band to celebrate the Miss Universe pageant being held in the US right now. And at the same time na rin, welcome all the delegates as a host delegate. And nakita nyo naman, the jazz band that was strategically included in her arrival since NOLA is known also for its jazz music. And talagang nakita mo naman talaga pinaghandaan extremely ni Arbony ito, and I just love the showcase of her artistry here. I just find her whole showmanship here very refreshing for a change, considering that Miss USA title holders are not really into splashy arrivals, right? So, as we talk about Celeste and Arbony now, napaisip tuloy ako guys. Oo nga no. What are the chances that both these candidates would eventually make it to top 5? I ask this because both ladies are considered heavy frontrunners for the crowd. And even before, diba, that they had been dubbed the girls to beat in their respective national pageants, lalo na kay Arbony, whom I remember egging her to give it one more try in Miss USA after almost winning it the previous year. And look where she is at this very moment. And same with Celeste, who really thrilled every Filipino pageant fan with her comeback in Miss Universe Philippines last February. So let's weigh her chances individually, diba? So let's start with Arbony Nola right now. To be honest, guys, this is the first time that I am feeling that a Miss USA contender is a force to reckon with since Olivia Jordan's time in Miss Universe. Na alam mo yun guys, ramdam na ramdam mo talaga yung uhaw and yung gutom ni Arbony to win this year's crown. Usually, when we talk about Miss Universe, it's all about the overall package, and I feel Arbony ticks every box for this reason. Face value and body proportions, she has it. And what she represents and stands for in this pageant at the same time is so aligned with what MUO is championing right now. Fashion sustainability and women empowerment. Pero the thing with Arbony is that she takes the direction of her social media campaign about her advocacies to another level by being more hands-on with everything that she has been doing. And you can really feel her passion and authenticity at the same time. Because aminin naman natin, guys, karaniwan na hinahanap sa Miss USA for the past few years is more of their background and communication skills. So when they compete in Miss Universe, they always fall short of everyone's expectations. Hanggang top 10, top 9 lang, top 15. Kumbaga, laging tagilid sila sa laban sa Miss Universe in recent years. But with Arbony representing the US flag this time around, I feel the Miss USA organization seemed to pick the right girl for the pageant. And why not? Because ito, opinion ko lang to. Crowning Arbony in Miss USA is like crowning the Philippines all over again. It's like crowning two countries at the same time. Gets nyo? Actually, this is no longer new. Crowning a beautiful lady with Filipino roots is a business decision, and we all know how it can be a good business decision for organizations like Miss Universe to do it, since we have seen this kind of scenario for the past few years, right? And if you think about the politics of it, if Arbony wins, alam na nila na may hatak talaga siya, not only in the US, especially for the Filipino-American communities across that country, but also in Asia as well, right? And real talk na lang din. So sige na nga, let me include the big elephant in the room. Crowning Arbony will dispel the rumors that the recent Miss USA pageant was rigged, similar to how it was for Olivia Culpo during her time, right? So, alam niyo yon. But before we go to think about the outcome and, setting aside the politics then, I feel there are still a few things Arbony needs to work on in order to win or at least make it to top 5. For one, as I had mentioned in my previous vlog, she really has to work on her stage presence, and her Miss Universe and her Miss USA full performance last October is a glaring reminder of that. Arbony, for one, has to make us feel that she is enjoying herself modeling on stage, especially in swim, where she looks so tense in that segment of the competition sa Miss USA. Lalo na siguro if the stage of Miss Universe will involve stairs again, all the more she has to practice walking with it. And if this edition will prove to be a Latina slugfest again going to the top, then she really has to improve her catwalk. And once she hurdles this, I really feel then she can move to top 10, where she will showcase her elegance in the evening gown competition. And this is where I feel she will shine the most, knowing she is either gonna wear her own creation given her fashion background, or a gown worn by a Filipino designer, to the excitement of both her country and the Filipino fandom at the same time. Pero guys, siguro no matter how we nitpick Arbony's improvement here on these aspects of the competition, I think she really can make it to top 5, especially if she was able to capture the set of finals judges who are also the preliminary judges at the same time beforehand. And the good thing about Arbony's brand of beauty, as I have observed over the past few years, is that her beauty is not really intimidating or threatening for all these lady judges not to like her. Nagigets niyo where I'm coming from. Kasi for me, Arbony has this very humble and magnanimous personality which will definitely appeal or resonate to the judges. Now, if Arbony gets passed through this, there's a chance that she will get to top 5. And I think once she gets to top 5, then she will unleash her biggest weapon, which is her being a natural or unscripted on interviews. Kasi naman guys, diba, we all know how she is capable of articulating her thoughts without sounding too rehearsed or pageant patty with her answers, especially if the question given to her will be topics that are closest to her heart, which are fashion sustainability, climate change, women's rights, and many more. Diba? Now, let's go to Celeste Cortesi naman, who is representing our country in this edition this year. I think we can all agree that she is a safe bet for top 20. I'm not saying this because I am biased, but I'm really trying my best here to be objective about her chances right now without sounding like a kinikilig na pageant fan. I feel Celeste is coming in the right place at the right time, given that there is a change of ownership here in Miss Universe right now. Na we all don't know what the new owner is thinking at the moment. Is Miss Anne JKN looking for a Trump era beauty, or will she continue the IMG template, or will she combine both? Since we all don't know the answer right now as we are speculating at the moment, edi magpadala na lang tayo or magbigay na lang tayo ng isang kandidata na katulad ni Celeste Cortesi na unang tingin pa lang pak na talaga in terms of universal beauty. And we don't need to highlight this, knowing how she was swarmed by the Latino fans and pressers upon her arrival there in New Orleans the other day. Yung beauty talaga niya talaga, kinatatakutan talaga ng ibang lahi. Yun na, alam mo yun na, kahit sinong itabi mo sa kanya, aangat at aangat pa rin siya even with or without makeup. And siguro by this time, we can all agree how Celeste has improved so much on her communication skills that we can, safely say that she will really do well in the preliminary interview. Ako guys, kung tatanungin niyo ako, I am 100% sure she will deliver there in that aspect of the competition, because apart from seeing her media interviews from her crowning moment since April, I was told that Celeste has been very consistent with her Q&A training with her mentors. And even on her days off daw, she would still find time to insert Q&A training with her handlers, whether virtual or face-to-face. To the point na nga that it is already MUP who is slowly fearing that Celeste is already overtraining for this aspect of the competition. For instance, kung sabihin ko sa inyo guys na right after she went to Disneyland with Sir Voltaire and Mama Jonas last New Year's Eve, she immediately went home to attend her Q&A training. Diba? Sipag, no? And for Celeste, there is no such thing as overtraining or getting enough information, but she really feels like a sponge, absorbing all the new information that she has been gathering as she works on her Q&A. And following Celeste's journey since she submitted her online Kumu video, alam naman na natin that she get heavily bashed during her time in MUP for not looking Filipino enough to win the crown. And she still gets it up until now, apart from the fact that there were so many strong contenders during her time wherein she was being compared to. However, as we look back, the good thing about Celeste is that she never said any word about all this comparison or bashing. And instead, she kept her silence and proved them wrong by doing her work, especially at this time where a public figure like her is expected to react on social media. She just remained quiet and exercised her professionalism in conducting herself to the public. In time, nakita naman natin, diba? Us fans eventually saw this and added this reason why she could be the next in line. Siguro nga lang guys, having all these positive talk about Celeste, however, if there is one thing I wish she could have paid attention on for her candidacy here in Miss Universe is her direction of her social media campaign when it comes to talking about her advocacies. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of pageant fans may not have observed this, but she now has two advocacies, which are championing indigenous people's rights and being the voice for Save the Children, which is an organization that focuses on eradicating hunger and malnutrition among children. For me lang kasi guys, a solid social media campaign about this, creating more awareness for what she stands for, would have solidified further her candidacy here in Miss Universe. However, despite this critique, I still think Celeste can make it on the first cut with her relatable background and backstory, effortless beauty, and improved communication skills. Now, sige, imagine na tayo, assuming she gets to top 20 during coronation night, we all know naman how much damage she can inflict once she showcases her sexy toned body. And I wouldn't dwell on this much already, as we had already seen it from MUP before, that the moment she comes out pa lang on swim, ang lakas na ng dating niya. And how much more pa kaya when she walks in front of the stage and struts that pose in front of the judges. Diba? Now, once she makes it to top 10, regardless, guys, of the kind of gown that she will wear for this aspect of the competition, I think she will still perform here with flying colors despite the absence or clue or any confirmation who will dress her up for this aspect of the competition. Kasi diba guys, ang dami nating naririnig or rumors about how MUP seems unprepared daw on this, but I feel MUP is just keeping its cards close to its chest until the day comes when Celeste has to perform. Kasi why the secrecy about her designer up until now? Well, I feel MUP is just trying to be strategic in terms of deciphering the right gown for Celeste in these crucial aspects of the competition. And again, at a time where no one can tell for now what the organization is looking for in a winner right now, will they make Will they make Celeste wear an elegant gown similar to her MUP gown, which I feel is an IMG template, or shall we opt for a designer who will make a figure-hugging but experimental with that distinct silhouette na very glamorous kung babalik tayo sa Trump era? And I just made this all up in my head in the absence of any information regarding her designer for this competition. Yun na lang talaga yung pinanghahawakan ko na I can really smell MUP is really up to something, and we are just confusing this for its lack of preparation. So having this said, I think Celeste will make it to top 5 rin. And if she is given the chance to hold the microphone, I think she will still hold her own against her fellow competitors on that stage. Kasi alam naman natin na Celeste might not be the strongest speaker in the batch, but when she speaks from the heart. And I really feel hindi naman titignan ng mga judges yung grammar of her answer, but more on how she can pull the heartstrings of everyone. Na alam naman natin na pag nagsalita na si Celeste, may personality, may humor, and mas lalo ng may sense. And it is so easy to understand, and people will really resonate on her relatability factor. Now, having all this said, what are now the chances that these two Filipina contenders will end up in the top 5 of the finals night of this edition? I say there is a big chance. For one, we have never seen this kind of scenario wherein two Filipina beauties are being fielded by powerhouse countries, which all the more solidify their frontrunner positions for this year's crown. I know pageant fans might say that this is a very slim chance, that there is a very slim chance that it will happen given the business side of things na two Filipinas have previously won the crown for the past few years on top of facing an uphill battle from at least a dozen of formidable candidates this year. Nasasabihin nyo, nako, malamang most likely just to be on the safe side, there could only be one Filipina who will make it. And if you were to ask me, why not? Why not have both on top 5 if these two candidates are very deserving of their spots given their collective performances all throughout the competition, right? Celeste just really has an incredible stage presence, while Arboni is the whole package. And it really remains to be seen if both will make it to top 5 on January 14. So what do you think about this commentary, guys? Did I just make sense with everything that I just said or not? Am I being too fanatical again by making you guys hope that there could be two Filipinas ending up in top 5 of this year? What do you think ahead of what's to come? Or is it too early to tell given we haven't seen their prelim performances yet? Well, anyhow, feel free to share your opinion down below for me to have a healthy discussion with you guys about this topic. Alright guys, before I go, I just want to let you all know that this will be the last time I will be doing an edited commentary about Miss Universe, as I will fly to New Orleans tomorrow night! So guys, I hope you pray for my safety as I will be traveling more than 24 hours with 2 connecting flights to New Orleans. And I'm really scared. So, totoo lang guys, right now as I speak to you, kinakabahan ako. I'm really scared and nervous. Since it's my first time to travel this far in one itinerary, I thought by doing so, kasi I will make the pageant more accessible with all of you here in the Philippines through whatever I can film on the ground. So, kung makikita nyo, kung pupunta kayo na New Orleans, I will be just staying mostly in the hotel lobby of the girls to take footages of them for all your satisfaction here. And sana, pray ko na lang na wag masyadong maghigpit yung mga security guards nila doon, at sana I will be COVID-19 safe from the entire coverage at the same time. So, I will also, having this said, I will try my best to go live with you guys from time to time once I arrive there para ma-share ko sa inyo yung mga real-time thoughts ko about the latest developments and happenings in the pageant. Kung makikita nyo ako sa lobby or in the finals venues, sigawan nyo ako ha, or approach me, and I will quickly say hi to all of you because I also want to meet all of you here and personally thank you for allowing me to make this trip possible. Yung viewership nyo talaga dito ang dahilan why I could afford to go to to New Orleans. So maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Alright guys, this is it. I'm so excited to cover the pageant on the ground for all of you guys here. Magtatrabaho talaga ako doon, promise, at hindi ako mag-explore at mamamasyal sa labas para lang maihatid sa inyo ang mga huling kaganapan sa pageant na ito. So, ingat kayong lahat guys, and see you all on my next live chat only here on Hey Adam G. Bye!